What's up, y'all? Winnie here, and today we're going to be checking out the Unreliable Oracle. So I assume it's going to tell somebody's future, but not this universe's future. It's Euclid, so I guess they can't do anything about it telling futures. SCP-1421 is to be contained on site within the Braydon Forest Nature Reserve. To avoid interaction with members of the public, a fence exclusion zone with a diameter of 100 meters is to be maintained by embedded personnel within the local wildlife trust and nature trail paths redirected. I feel like there needed to be some commas in there somewhere. Acorns dispersed by 1421 are to be collected and kept in secure storage at Sector 25. Under no circumstances are personnel to interact with one unless authorized to do so by, used to say Professor Reeds, but now it's Dr. Skinner! Description: SCP-1421 is a single owl specimen of Quercus robur English oak located within Braydon Forest, Wiltshire, England. It is Wiltshire. It is situated at the center of a natural clearing approximately 20 meters in diameter. Adjacent vegetation is visibly malnourished, and the ground immediately surrounding 1421 with a radius of 5 meters is defoliated. Its anomalous properties become apparent when any source of chemical or electrical energy is introduced within 5 meters of 1421. Power sources of this nature are rapidly depleted via an unknown mechanism. In human subjects, this rapidly induces a state similar to that caused by long-term fasting. It is unknown to what extent this state contributes to the perception of or response of subjects to 1421-1. One is the likeness of a face and partial hand of an elderly human male with a full beard carved into the east side of the trunk of the tree, 1.7 meters from the ground. One does not move, and mechanical recordings have failed to detect speech or any other sound emanating from the carving. However, subjects exposed to 1421 are extremely likely to perceive one talking to them and attempting to establish a dialogue. One is apparently sapient and displays in-depth knowledge of both the subject and previous individuals with whom it has conversed. As related by subjects exposed to 1421, one represents itself as a nature god or woodland deity and will seek to proffer advice and information that it claims will advance the subject's interests. Advice proffered by one frequently takes the form of a prophecy whereby some desirable result will be produced if the subject carries out a task. This task is frequently of an unethical and legally dubious nature, including, but not limited to, suggestions that the subject professionally embarrass, steal from, injure, or kill friends, family, colleagues, or strangers. Subjects who follow one's advice enjoy no unusual protection from the consequences of their actions, and arrest or death is a typical outcome. As far as can be established, subjects are under no compulsion to obey 1421. However, the preternatural nature of the experience and the altered state induced by proximity to it has led to several individuals willing to carry out its suggestions. Recovery log. SCP-1421's anomalous properties were discovered during a raid on the encampment of the PWF, a radical environmentalist group. The PWF had been drawn to the Foundation's attention by embedded agents in local law enforcement due to the group's unusually rapid escalation from peaceful protests to criminal and terrorist acts. Founded in 2009 as Protect the Wiltshire Forest, the group was best known for public awareness campaigns and petitions against building works on forested or woodland areas. In 2010, the group participated in sit-ins in the Braydon Forest to attempt to prevent construction of a trunk road connecting the B-4040 and the B-4042. During these protests, the group evidently made contact with one. The PWF subsequently established a semi-permanent base in the nature reserve, rebranding themselves as Protect the Wilderness Front. On July 15, 2010, the group was implicated in the criminal assault in his own home of a Wiltshire councillor who had voted for the building plans, and the failed letter bombing on July 19th of the parish clerk who had filed the motion, neither of which measures persuaded the council to abandon construction of the road. On August the 2nd, 5 individuals matching the description of PWF members entered a branch of Lloyd's TSB, threatening the cashiers with an unlicensed and most likely stolen .410 caliber shotgun. The robbery appears to have been poorly thought out and executed, with the group failing to gain access to the funds in the branch's cash machine. The group was subsequently pursued and one of their members placed under citizen's arrest by bystanders. When turned over to the police, the group members stated that the robbery had been carried out at the direction of the god and provided the location of the group's forest camp, at which point personnel from Sector 25 were dispatched to investigate. The corpse of a a further group member in an advanced state of mummification was found at the base of 1421. A further group member was found in his apartment in Braden, having apparently committed suicide. See Document 1. The location of the final PWF member, who seems to have been the group's leader, has not yet been established. His apartment contained literature from the deep ecology and anarchist movements. Okay, further documentation. Access interview. Interviewer, Dr. Skinner, interviewed subject, the tree? I guess that was September the 2nd. Note, Dr. Skinner's questions recorded via parabolic microphone and timestamped by Agent Moon. One's responses have been provided and certified as accurate by Dr. Skinner. Welcome, my son. Have you come to seek guidance? How did you come to be in Braden Forest? I chose to manifest here, where the wilderness is being wounded by men. The PWF described you as a god. Do you see yourself as a god? You will come to know what I am. I'm interested in learning what happened to the PWF. They were most displeasing to me in the end. I would have given them their heart's desire, had they but hearkened carefully to my words. Really? Yes, the words of a god are true. Their listening was at fault. Their listening? Yes, and their obedience. I would have helped them, and I can help you too, Daniel. Dr. Skinner. You see, I know a great deal about you. Are you frustrated, Daniel? No, I can't be. Your overseer, Professor Reeds, you realize he's jealous of you. He sees how hard you work and resents you for it. He will cling to his position, Daniel, unless you take action. I know there's an important staff meeting coming up. Put some Ipecac in his coffee and you'll make site director within the year. Also, he's cheating on his wife with researcher Black. I am the god of the wilderness. All things are possible for me. Are you ready for me to command you? Command me? At this point, Dr. Skinner indicates that one fell silent for approximately 1 minute and 45 seconds. Dr. Skinner indicates that he made a number of phatic filler noises such as okay and yes to prompt one to continue speaking. I can see that you are unwilling to allow me to help you. That's correct. I need to ask a question to make it look right. Very well. Do you seek any further knowledge from me? Where is Mark Renton? You'll find him at 54 Devise Road in Brayton. We will look into what you say. Interview terminated by Dr. Skinner. The address provided by one was investigated but failed to provide any evidence as to Mark Renton's current whereabouts. Access Document 1. Excerpts from a diary found in the apartment of David Gray, a known PWF associate. I'm pumped! I can't wait for the protest against the Brayton link on Saturday. I'm bringing crisps and sandwiches, and Mike's bringing soft drinks. Say no to the link. I forgot they're supposed to be British. I'm not doing British accents. Not right now. I've been in a holding tank for 2 days thanks to the pigs. There was a bit of a brawl. Renton was cool as always, doing his Che Guevara thing, holding a couple of Molotov cocktails. Unfortunately, grandstanding like that will get you hit in the face. So yeah, we're the Protect the Wilderness front now. Pumps, fists, etc. Mike thinks we should buy balaclavas? That was weird. Renton took us along to see what he found in Milburn Forest during the protest. It's a face at a tree, and if you wait a little while, you get lightheaded and you can hear it talking to you? It says different things to different people, though. I don't know what to write. After this point, marked changes are evident in the handwriting and vocabulary of the diary entries. It is currently unclear why this should be, Professor reads. A second opinion from a reputable graphologist indicates subsequent handwriting is well within the range of variation for this individual. No further importance should be attached to this detail, Dr. Skinner. The forest is starting to look like home. I'm no good at that sort of thing, but Mike did a wilderness survival course? The food definitely leaves something to be desired, though. Fish and chips again. Today we struck our first blow against the destroyers. Counselor Roberts backed the proposal to level our heritage forest, and he got what he deserved. We wanted to abduct the CEO of the construction company and take him to the god, but Wikipedia says he lives in Hong Kong. The god told me today that Renton is a plant with special branch. I don't think anyone else heard it say that. It seems unlikely, but why would the god say it if it weren't true? If he suddenly disappears one day, he's probably gone back to the police. No point looking for him. Sarah's bomb didn't go off. I don't know why. We did what the god told us. I guess we missed something out. The god says we have to rob a bank to wake people up. It'll collapse the system in one blow. Everyone will begin to consider their actions in a global context. This is a huge step, and I'm not sure I can take it. Partially erased marginal note reads, brilliant. We're fully prepared. We've got balaclavas, we've got a floor plan, we've even got a shotgun. Renton got the shotgun. I still don't know if we can trust him. Everything went wrong. The cashiers pushed a button that locked the place down, and no one would give us their money. We couldn't even get into the back of the cash machine to rob that. They got Chris, and he knows about the god. It's an utter disaster. Absolutely no one could have foreseen this happening. The god said Mike is the reason it didn't work. If he had just believed it would have gone off right. Now we're all going to be arrested. Renton's long gone. Absolutely no point chasing after him. He's probably out of the country by now. Marginal note here is unintelligible, possibly with the acorns. The god told me that I didn't have to go to prison. It said to feed Mike to him because he'd failed. I don't know what it told Mike, but he didn't react when I hit him with the shotgun, but Mike's mother phoned me. I didn't know what to say. I can't continue. My guilt is too great. Partially erased marginal note here reads, pretty sure that's how it works. It says no such thing, Dr. Skinner. I feel like the fact that Dr. Skinner keeps erasing stuff means the tree might have got to him. Okay. Let's see. Congratulations to Dr. Skinner on his promotion to level 3 researcher. Professor Reeds is taking a short leave of absence, and Dr. Skinner will be taking charge of all further investigation of 1421 in addition to his other duties. Professor Gelding. Yeah, he did something. 10 disposable dudes have been allocated to Dr. Skinner to explore the effects of long-term exposure to 1421. Dr. Iglesias. I've taken receipt of a rather disturbing report from Sector 25 Data Integrity Team. The original version of the recovery log for 1421 is drafted by Agent DeBono, read as follows, emphasis mine. The group members stated that the robbery had been carried out at the direction of a god and suggested the Foundation should look into it. Please, can Dr. Skinner provide the reason why this detail was removed from the recovery log? This strongly implies that at least one member of the PWF had a connection to the Foundation or a group of interest. Was this followed up? Let's see. Level 5 access required. Access internal memo 4. I've personally reviewed the recording of interview 1, and I'm inclined to agree that Dr. Skinner's remarks at 59 seconds and 2 minutes and 29 seconds do not carry the inflection he indicated on his transcript. I am hereby authorizing Sector 25 to execute Procedure 552 Hepburn on all personnel connected with 1421. Furthermore, I'm directing the immediate review of the operational information article for SCP-1421 authored by Dr. Skinner, as it appears much of what is currently recorded regarding this phenomena is distorted or fabricated. I am particularly concerned as to the whereabouts of the acorns mentioned in the special containment procedures, as I understand these have never been officially entered into containment, and it seems likely each represents a potential Euclid-class threat. Okay, so the tree definitely immediately got to Dr. Skinner, because not only was he changing things to his advantage, and did do what the tree told him to do probably, but if they brought an O5 into this to investigate, Skinner did something. And I don't think that the tree probably even actually is talking to people, because if it puts you into an advanced state of fasting when you walk up to it, then that would mean it would put you into an advanced state of, like, hunger hallucinations. But at the same time, it's telling them to do specific things, and if the person said the tree told them to be noticed by the Foundation, then there's definitely something weird about the tree. I don't know. But it definitely got to Skinner, like, immediately. I guess he was tired of listening to Chalmers. So, that's going to do it for this entry. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.